because it couldn't have been good if Jesus has not yielded himself to have died. And so it's very good because that day is also very symbolic. Of course, without the Good Friday, there wouldn't have been Easter, because that was the day, the very point he started. And also Easter, of course, the day we are celebrating today, connotes the day he rose up. And this day is also very, very symbolic. As you can see, there are just little dissimilarities between the two. But also, today has to be the cardinal of them all, because he rose. He wasn't in the grave. The grave could hold him down. And so he conquered the power of death and rose. Oh, without Easter, there couldn't have been salvation. There wouldn't be Christianity. It was when Jesus rose up from the dead that we are now called Christians, Christ-like people. And so he conquered death. He gave us hope. In fact, his resurrection also sealed the arrangement concerning our escape from the final damnation. So we could have been finally destroyed or doomed if Jesus would have come, because the first Adam plunged us into perpetual darkness. There was no option for escape. But Jesus now came in chapter 3, verse 16 to 17 of John. For God so loved the world that he gave his own, that whosoever. Now there is that option now. So because his coming brought salvation, his coming brought Christianity, his coming brought light to the whole universe, not only to the Christians, but all other people also. I just want to tell everyone, all Nigerians, leaders, the led, Christians, non-Christians, politicians, non-politicians, everybody must recognize one factor, that Jesus Christ came, saw, and conquered. Jesus yielded himself as a sacrificial lamb for the whole world to be united and to be saved out of darkness. You can do it for your family. You can do it for your nation. You can leave a legendary legacy that the whole world. Look at even Martin Luther the King Jr. Look at even the late South African president. So they all lived, but today their lifestyles are making us have them as reference points. Nelson Mandela. We can do it in Nigeria. As a leader, you can do something that will make generations unborn never to forget you. You mustn't be a president before you make an impact. You mustn't be that person in the House of Rep or Senate before you make an impact. In your micro or macro zones, you can make an impact. In your littlest constituent, you can become a legend. You can become somebody that others will make references to. And so Jesus Christ left that for us. He came, in fact, he was faithful to the end. He didn't disobey the master. Even when Mary was trying to embrace, touch him, he said, no, don't touch me yet, for I have not yet ascended unto my Father. That means accountability. Every boss must have a boss. Every man in authority must be under authority. If you must last in authority, you must be under authority. It revolves. It's a recycling something. You must have somebody you are answerable to. So Jesus knew that he was answerable to God. And that was why you see the cross this way. One, obedience to God, salvation to the Jews, salvation to the Gentiles, authority overhead. And so you see him today, we are celebrating him. If Jesus has failed, I and you won't be here today. And so Christians should learn from this. In where you are right now, leave a good legacy that you'll be remembered for, and finish well anything you are given to do, whether in your office, whether in your home, whether in the government circle, because government circles are dispensational. They will come and go, but what will you be remembered for? We are remembering Jesus for a lot of things. As I said, his remembrance and all his Jewish characteristics are infinite. Very, very, very important. Today is not just a day of sober reflection. The sober reflection should also be about from Friday. But today we are talking about the major celebration. And it shouldn't be celebrated out of content. What we are going to do today is to look at the less privileged ones amongst us and make sure that we give them hope. How? It's not just theory. It's just rhetorics of hope and all that. We should give them items, tangible love, something they can feel, clothing, money, food, sponsorship of maybe school or something. Care for somebody, call somebody on phone and encourage somebody. That was what Jesus came to do. He came to give us hope and love, and that here. There are people right now that may be about hanging themselves, taking away their lives. But a phone call you put through to them will quell every tension, every depression that they are passing through. And so be a plus anywhere you are. Make sure you give out. Visit the motherless babies. Visit those in the hospital. Reconcile with anybody you feel aggrieved with. Make sure you make fences. Don't be a brute force against people who have offended you. You know, force plus force will result to death. And so most times, if you want to achieve a maximal level of peace, even in the nation, wherever you are, you must see that evil coming and attack it with peace. And when you do, you are depicting the spirit of Easter.
Thank you very much, Pastor.
The Lord bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for coming. Praise God.